Live television has produced some unforgettable moments, such as amazing sporting performances, newscasters getting tongue-tied, and tragedies that were broadcast all over the world. But there have also been some shocking, unexplained mysteries that have occurred during live TV broadcasts that left audiences amazed, and many of these moments still haven't been explained. Number 5. The Hernando Siles Soccer Stadium, located in La Paz, Bolivia, was officially opened on the 16th of January 1930, and went on to host some of the games in the 1963 South American Championship, which was ultimately won by Bolivia. It's also played host to many other important soccer matches that were broadcast live on television. But during one such match, the cameras caught a shocking event that still remains an unsolved mystery. During the match in the 91st minute of play between Bolivia's team and Uruguay's team, a mysterious shadow can be seen moving through the stands, and due to its shape and speed that it's traveling, many people believe that it's a ghost that has been caught on live TV. The shadow appears to be that of a person running at high speed from one of the stands to the other. But when it reaches the barricade at the end of the bleachers, it keeps going and seems to pass right through. But the strange event doesn't stop there, as the figure continues to run at high speed into the crowd, and once again it seems to pass right through the spectators. No one in the vicinity of the apparition seems to notice that it's there, as they have their attention trained on the match that's still in progress. Some people have theorized that it's merely a player on the field whose image had been accidentally double exposed onto the stands, while others maintain that it's a spirit, as it's not the first time that a ghost has been spotted in the stadium. Many Venezuelans believe that their team was saved from a humiliating defeat against Colombia by a spirit that tipped the ball over the post as it was heading for the back of the net. There have also been reports of an apparition that was seen at the northern end of the grounds. Number 4. Live TV can be unpredictable, but it becomes even less controllable when it's interrupted by hijackers that hack the broadcast and insert their own message in place of regularly scheduled programming. One such event happened in February of 2013 in Montana, during an episode of The Steve Wilkos Show that was being broadcast by KRTV, an affiliate of CBS. The sensationalist show was dealing with the topic of people who cheat on their partners, and at a crucial moment, the broadcast was interrupted. Suddenly, the station's emergency alert system started drowning out the show's audio, followed by a voice that delivered a shocking and scary message. It warned that a zombie apocalypse had broken out, and that living people were being attacked by the undead. At the top of the screen, a blue bar listed counties and areas around the city that had been affected. The voice added that the on-screen messages would be updated as more information became available, and that viewers should not approach the zombies as they were considered to be extremely dangerous. Luckily, viewers were smart enough to realize immediately that it was a hoax, though there were several calls made to the station, with people jokingly asking which weapons would be the most effective. An investigation was undertaken by engineers from KRTV's parent company, Cordillera Communications, and their vice president, Steve Saunders, stated that attempts had been made by the hackers to gain control of emergency broadcast systems at other stations that day. Since the systems are put into place for the safety of the public in the event of a real emergency, the FBI as well as the FCC joined in on the investigation. But despite numerous agencies attempting to locate the offenders, the hackers were never identified, and it's remained an unforgettable, unsolved live television mystery ever since. Number 3. On Saturday, the 26th of November, 1977, a live television mystery unfolded in parts of southern England. Andrew Gardner from ITN's Southern Television, which broadcast throughout the south and southeast of the country, was in the middle of a news summary of the conflict in then Rhodesia between security forces and the Zimbabwean African National Liberation Army, when the pictures suddenly distorted followed by a buzzing sound. For the following 6 minutes, the audio was replaced by a distorted voice that delivered a scary message to the station's viewers. The owner of the voice claimed to be named Vrillion, a representative of the Ashtar Galactic Command. He continued by saying that humans had seen his race for many years as lights that appeared in the sky, and that he was speaking to Earth's people in peace and wisdom. He added that he was delivering a warning of an impending disaster that would soon take place, and that humans needed to take the appropriate actions to avoid it. He went on to say that our planet was passing through a new age of Aquarius, and that it would be a time of great peace and evolution, but that our rulers needed to be aware of the evil forces that are overshadowing their judgments, as this may be their last chance to do so. The voice stated that all weapons of evil needed to be removed as the time for conflict had come to an end. If we did so, we would proceed to a higher stage of our evolution, having proven ourselves worthy to do so. He explained that small groups of people across the planet had already started to learn this lesson, and that they existed to pass the light of the dawning new age on to the rest of humanity. He added that we were free to either accept or reject these teachings, but only those who have decided to live in peace would be able to experience the higher realms of spiritual evolution. He continued to warn that there were many false prophets and guides on Earth that suck people's energy from them, but that our inner divine selves could protect us from them. Furthermore, we were to become sensitive to the voice of truth, which resides in all of us in order to be led onto the right path. He concluded by saying that they'd been watching us for many years, and that there were many more beings around us than our scientists were willing to admit. He stated that they were deeply concerned for the human race and our paths towards the light, and hence they decided to help us in any way they could. The transmission ended after the voice stated that they're leaving our plane of existence, and that they hoped we would be blessed by the supreme love and truth of the cosmos. The Independent Broadcasting Authority stated that such an interruption would require a considerable amount of technical know-how, and that it had been the first time they had to deal with an incident of such a nature. Following the broadcast, hundreds of worried viewers phoned the station, and the following day it was revealed by the IBA that it had been a hoax perpetrated by a hacker. The hackers were never identified, and the mysterious broadcast remains an unsolved case. Number 2. In December of 2015, live TV presenter Carlos Molina was in the middle of a morning news report when he experienced what he claims to be a scary paranormal event that was witnessed by thousands of the station's viewers. Carlos was helping his colleague, Pablo Zapata, deliver the news on a channel called First Edition, when his glass inexplicably started to move by itself, much to his disbelief, which could clearly be seen by the expression on his face. As Zapata was reading out a message from one of their viewers, Molina interrupted him by saying, look, did you see that glass move over there?" Zapata tried to keep calm by saying, "Don't worry," but Molina stated that the table where they were seated wasn't sloped at an angle, before attempting to laugh the incident off. He would later state that he felt a chill go down his spine right before the strange incident happened, and many people believe the studio may be haunted. He explained that he felt something strange inside of himself, and that the incident didn't just affect the glass, but his body too. He said that the event left him traumatized, and that he tried to move the glass afterward, but he was unable to, as it seemed to be stuck to the tabletop. Viewers tried to explain that it was likely caused by condensation that had formed on the outside of the glass, causing it to slide across the table. But one woman claimed that she saw an apparition move across the screen right before the glass started moving. Molina insists that what he saw was paranormal, but without definitive proof, it remains an unsolved mystery caught on live news. Number 1. 50-year-old Debbie Merrick from Norfolk in England revealed in 2017 that she believed she owned a haunted doll, one of 3 that she bought for about $7 each. She believed that they would be worth quite a bit of money, but found that one doll in a white dress made her feel uneasy. After purchasing the doll, the smoke alarm in her house kept going off, and she kept hearing the floorboards in the house creaking as if someone was walking around. One morning, her husband Cameron told her that he had scratches all over his legs, and when she inspected them, she found that they'd been made by something small. He started having nightmares of the dolls dragging themselves across the floor, and decided to lock one of them up in a shed after a friend who was a medium refused to stay in the house with the doll. But a few days later, she entered the shed to look for something and noticed that the doll had removed its own necklace and had changed positions. Debbie, Cameron, and the doll appeared on live television on a show called This Morning, with the show's hosts, Holly Willoughby and Philip Schofield, discussing the strange events that they had experienced after purchasing the creepy doll. The doll had been placed on a rocking chair between the hosts and their guests, and as they chatted, the chair started rocking back and forth of its own accord. Holly could be heard saying, "Who's doing that? Stop it." Debbie went on to explain that the previous evening, while the couple were staying in a hotel in preparation for the show, she woke up and heard a strange wind-like noise traveling around the side of their bed. Debbie ultimately decided to sell the doll on eBay, and it was bought by ghost hunter Lee Steer from Rotherham for about $1,150. But soon after receiving the doll, Lee's father, Paul, also started waking up with scratches the size of a doll's hands. Lee stated that the scratches looked similar to those that Paul had experienced, and his father has since told him that he isn't happy with the doll being in the house with them. The family has also since experienced other unexplained events, such as lights flickering on and off, strange noises, and items in the house inexplicably breaking. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked this video, be sure to hit that like button. Also, don't forget to subscribe and click that notification bell to keep up to date with all of our future uploads. But I've been Ty Knotts, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.